But he had a speech at E3 where he's talking about what gaming is and why people love it so much and why it's so important. He's like, gaming is having a big 60-inch television in your one bedroom apartment. You know? And everybody's like, fuck yeah, it is! It's great. Is there anything over here? No. But that was great. Did I tell you I'm trying to mod my Xbox? My original Xbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know if you know anything about the modding scene for the original Xbox. Some of the things you can do to it are nuts.
Yeah, my uncle used to actually have one. I used to play, like, emulated Super Nintendo games, and he had a shit ton of Xbox games like Doom 3, Burnout 3, and shit. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was. But it goes beyond just being able to install emulators and stuff. What I'm trying to do, what I did was, the way it works is you get basically the Xbox is a computer in a box. That's what it was. And they kind of always have been that, and they're the large, big reason why Sony's consoles are that way now, too. I kind of missed when consoles had unique, quirky hardware, but...
Yeah.
But it being a computer in a box allows you to do some really cool things with mods. I cannot read whatever it is that Robert Kirby said in chat. Can you read that for me?
So I guess Rockstar released GTA 5 for the millionth time.
Yeah, they just put out an update. Like, if you own the PC version on Steam or whatever, then you get the update for free. It's just an updated version of the game. And apparently it hasn't gone over well because the Steam reviews are in the toilet for it. It's like mixed reviews.
Yeah, I'm sure people are sick of them releasing GTA 5 like for the millionth fucking time. It is ridiculous. Especially with GTA 6 supposedly coming out this year, and
What can't you face? What's the last step?
nobody really gives a shit anymore about GTA 5.
Yeah.
And that's been out, like, I was still in high school when that fucking came out. I've been out of high school for over 10 years.
Yeah. GTA 5 originally came out for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. And then it came out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And then it came out for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. Anyway.
And then it came out again on PC the second time.
Anyway, I don't
Pretty
know if
much.
you know this about the Xbox, the original Xbox controller ports. They're modified USB ports.
Oh, really?
Which meant you could get the original Xbox to recognize some, and it's limited on what it'll do, some USB sticks as Xbox memory cards. And I found one on eBay where a reviewer said this will work as an Xbox memory card, and I got a a USB Xbox to USB adapter that lets you plug in a controller. And you plug it into the controller port 4, and it recognizes it, and it'll say this is not properly formatted or whatever, and it formats it for you, and then you can use certain programs on your PC to copy files to it. And I did that, and I copied the mod. Installed it, and when you're installing it, it's going to look like your console just froze for a few seconds, because you know how the original Xbox menu has that green ball that pops up on the screen when it's phasing in between different parts of the menu.
Yeah.
That gets stuck on your screen for like 10-15 seconds, and it looks like it's crashed, and it hasn't crashed because it's installing the mod. And then I got that installed. And got a few programs installed. And there's a lot of different cool things you can do once you get that installed. This is kind of useless now, I guess. But you can, but it unlocks the ability to play any DVD.
Oh wow!
So you can just play DVD movies on it. Which I don't know if you know this about the original Xbox. You had to have a controller in order to do that. It's capable of playing DVDs, but it was locked behind a DVD remote that you had to buy, which is dumb. You can't do it with your controller. Like you could, where is that? I know there was a workbench somewhere back here. You can't, you like with the PlayStation 2, you could just use the DVD with, play the DVD menu, navigate the DVD menu, sorry, with the controller. There it is. You can't do that with the Xbox for some weird reason. You had to have a specific remote for it. And this unlocks the ability to one more upgrade, and that's fully upgraded. To play DVDs, which obviously that's not particularly useful now, because any console after that is going to be a better DVD player than that. Your Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, the new consoles will play them in 4K, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool. Beyond that, you can install emulators on it. Once you've done that, you can install your games to your hard drive, and you can get like a 4 terabyte hard drive if you do it right, and that will allow you to install literally the entire library of original Xbox games on it if you want it, all 900 and whatever there are. That's enough space to put the entire library on it, which is just nuts, you know?
Damn, yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, but as it is standard, the largest hard drive you can put on it is a 2 terabyte. You have to have certain mods in order to have anything bigger. So I was going to put a 1 terabyte in mine. so I could install my entire collection of original Xbox games. There's also a Xbox thing called Insignia that lets you play original Xbox games online to this very day, which is kind of awesome. It's severely limited in what games people are willing to play online. There's basically only two. Halo 2, of course, and Phantasy Star online. But it's still cool that someone found a way to get the original Xbox.
Yeah, I'd say.
I can now go finish upgrading my plasma cutter. Shall we?
We shall.
But then I went to install the hard drive, and there are some things I didn't know that you need to know about installing a hard drive on an original Xbox. Like, without a mod chip, you're severely limited on what hard drive it will actually recognize. I didn't know this, so I just pulled out a 1 terabyte hard drive that I've got and tried to use that, and it didn't fucking work. I tried every method I could think of to try to get it to work, and none of them worked. And then I saw a tutorial that said it has to be a hard drive from this compatibility list. So I looked at the compatibility list and I found out that one of my hard drives is on it. So I pulled that one out and it didn't fucking work. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? So I did more research and I found out that you have to do a TSOP flash and install a custom BIOS in order to get it to work at all. And I did that, and it didn't fucking work. So then I was looking back through the list of the hard drives, and I noticed. I should talk about the TSOP flash first. Okay, so the TSOP flash requires you to connect a couple points, different points on the motherboard, which typically means soldering the thing. I have never soldered anything in my life, so I was super fucking nervous about this. I was like, I'm going to solder this thing, and I'm going to screw it up royally, aren't I? You know?
Yeah.
So I was looking through tutorial videos on how this is done, because I want to watch it carefully and make sure that I don't fuck up my Xbox. And I discovered that you don't need to solder it. You can do conductive paint on it, which is a type of paint that electricity flows through. It's a very specific type of paint, and you can apply that to the motherboard and connect the tiny little spots, and they are tiny, but you can use that to connect the tiny little spots on it, and it'll let you flash the TSOP. So I did do that. I spent all day trying to find conductive paint. I went to the pharmacy and got myself a needle, because they're very fine points, and I needed something with a very fine point in order to spread it to tiny little spots on the motherboard. I need something very sharp and precise. I needed something very precise in order to do it. And you get weird looks when you go to the pharmacy and say, I need a needle to apply paint to a motherboard.
I can imagine.
I got weird looks, but they're like, okay. And they sold me a needle for like 50 cents. And then I called several different stores trying to find conductive paint. And it turns out conductive paint is a specialty item, so your average store that carries paint is not going to carry conductive paint. I did not know this, so I had to call several stores in order to find a place that has it. And this is going to make a lot of sense to you. You know where I eventually found it?
Where?
Micro Center. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So Micro Center is like 30 minutes away from me. So I drove out there, got it, came home, watched numerous tutorials on exactly how to do this because I was so nervous about doing this. And I wanted to get it right. I applied the conductive paint, and it worked first try. So, I actually had more problems finding fucking conductive paint than I did applying it to a motherboard, which I have never done before in my entire fucking life. So I applied this conductive paint, thinking I finally won. And it still didn't work. Still didn't recognize my fucking hard drive. At this point, I've been working at it for 2 days. I'm at my fucking wit's end. I am pissed.
I don't blame you, Jesus.
And I look through the list again. Lo and behold, the Xbox only accepts certain hard drives. Depending upon what revision you have. So only certain revisions of the Xbox will accept different hard drives. Could you maybe likely ban a Vader? They're not going to see that anyway. So I had to look up hard drives from the list for 1 terabyte that will work with my revision of the Xbox, which I found out is 1.4 with a WinBond T-Saw. Multiple revisions and multiple versions of and I found a list of them on Amazon that are still for sale. I bought one of them. It's a 7800 RPM SATA hard drive that is supposed to work, and it's supposed to get here either tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know which. Fingers crossed, though, that this thing actually works. Because all I want to do is put a fucking hard drive in my original Xbox. That's all I want to do. And it's taken me days and learning far more about the Xbox than I ever needed to know just to try to figure that out. Now, there are mods for the original Xbox that I don't know how to do, and I would never know how to do, because it requires soldering skills that I don't have. But did you know you could put a faster processor in the original Xbox? I personally think is really damn cool. I love how vocal Isaac gets when you stomp on things.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can put a 1.4 gigahertz processor in the original Xbox. It is possible. It's just hard to do, and you have to have good soldering skills, which I don't. Not only that, but you can also put more RAM in the original Xbox. Now, why would you want to put a more powerful processor in the original Xbox? Well, there actually is a pretty damn big advantage for it. Any game that is CPU bound, not GPU bound, but CPU bound, will have a higher frame rate if you put a 1.4 gig processor in it. Isn't it cool?
I didn't realize how like moddable it was. I mean, I always knew that it was like a pretty much a PC console, but I didn't realize it was that moddable.
Yeah, neither did I. I've learned a lot over the course of this. But you can also double the onboard RAM. Like the onboard RAM is 64 gig. You can put 128 gig. And more recently, people found a way to put 256, or not gig, meg, 256 meg. Which is nuts. Now, I don't know how much of an advantage having more RAM will get you for the original Xbox.
Sure, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, it was not going to hurt anything. It's not going to slow anything down. It's not going to make performance worse. Oh shit! Shit! But I just think it's cool, all the things you can do. Of course, there are other more standard mods. You can put an HDMI mod in it. Because of course you can. Which would be nice, to be able to put an HDMI in it. Someday I would love to get that. The processor upgrade, the RAM upgrade, and the HDMI upgrade, which would require an Aladdin mod for all of that. But it would be cool to have. As well as the HDMI mod, which would make it easier to port gameplay off of it. For now, I would just be happy if I can get the fucking hard drive.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully this one that I bought works. Hoping and praying. It's supposed to. Everything I've done to it should be easy once I get it. But nothing about this has been easy. Once I got the... Once I got the... Shit. The mod installed, everything... Once I got the soft mod installed, everything after that's been a pain in the dick. It's frustrating. I just wanted to work.
Attention shift workers. Be mindful of the nearest survival chamber. These are your odds of survival should a cave-in occur.
Did you ever try the demo for Twisted Tower?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would recommend it.
It looked really cool.
There you are, Isaac. We've been waiting for you. Now it's your turn.
Oh god. Ellie!
Step 3.
Ellie!
You owe me an eye, you bastard!
That's going well.
Ellie lied. She won't help. But you will, Isaac. You'll see her after step 3.
Isaac, he's run off. Deeper into the mines.
I've got problems on this end too. Get somewhere safe.
I'll try.